Now, Chinese President Xi Jinping has expressed his deep condolences over the passing of Nelson Mandela. He has conveyed sincere sympathy to the South African people and Mandela's family. In a message sent to South African President Jacob Zuma, Xi said Mandela was an outstanding world statesman who made historic contributions to the birth and development of the new Africa. He was also one of the founders of China-South Africa relations. Chinese people will never forget his contribution to China-South Africa ties and humanity's progress. Other world leaders have also recounted personal experiences as they mourned the former South African president.
Mr. Mandela, a well-respected figure by the people across the world, passed away. We are in deep sorrow. The Chinese government and the people send our deepest regrets and condolences to the government of the people of South Africa.
I am one of the countless millions who drew inspiration from Nelson Mandela's life. My very first political action, the first thing I ever did that involved an issue or a policy or politics, was a protest against apartheid. I would study his words and his writings. The day he was released from prison gave me a sense of what human beings can do when they're guided by their hopes and not by their fears. And like so many around the globe, I cannot fully imagine my own life without the example that Nelson Mandela set. And so long as I live, I will do what I can to learn from him.
Nelson Mandela was a giant for justice and a down-to-earth human inspiration. Many around the world were greatly influenced by his selfless struggle for human dignity, equality, and freedom. He touched our lives in deeply personal ways. At the same time, no one did more in our time to advance the values and aspirations of the United Nations. Nelson Mandela showed what is possible for our world, and within each one of us, if we believe, dream and work together for justice and humanity. His moral force was decisive in dismantling the system of apartheid.
One of the brightest lights of our world has gone out. Nelson Mandela was not just a hero of our time, but a hero of all time. The first president of a free South Africa, a man who suffered so much for freedom and justice, and a man who through his dignity and through his triumph inspired millions. The strongest impression of all when you met him was of his extraordinary compassion and generosity and forgiveness.
We will all miss the most cherished of Africa's sons and a true African hero. President Nelson Mandela lived an extraordinary life in a very ordinary way. His legacy encrypts the story of humanity now and tomorrow. South Africa, and indeed the whole world, is witness of Madiba's goodwill.